Hi everyone, Patricia Falchetti here from Social Living Solutions. How are you all today? I wanted to come on here this afternoon and just talk to you about a comorbidity or an issue that a lot of people with autism face or struggle with. And this is something called Alexthymia. It's spelled Alexthymia. After this live, Google it or look it up. And before I go on, I'll just stop now just to remind you that if you're watching this live afterwards and you're watching the replay, please put #replay down in the bottom in the comments so that I know that you've watched. And also, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments as well. And I will do my utmost to answer them as quickly as I can. So today I wanted to come on and talk about Alexthymia. Many people with autism and also neurodiverse people, but particularly people on the autism spectrum, can experience or have Alexthymia. Alexthymia is the inability to feel one's own emotions, to actually be able to read what you're feeling or what you're experiencing. And it's the inability to read your emotions, but also to read other people's emotions as well. So yesterday, do you remember when, you might have seen my live from yesterday, and yesterday I spoke about how people with autism often have difficulty with eye contact and things like that, and have difficulty, maintaining that eye contact and reading those social cues. But also, apart from that issue that they have with eye contact, is a lot of them have Alexthymia. So as I was explaining before, it's the inability to actually understand their own emotions and what they're feeling emotionally. So sometimes if they're feeling particularly emotionally distressed, or they're in a situation where they rise to anger very quickly, a lot of them don't have the ability, a lot of people with autism don't have the ability to actually recognize when that anger is starting to come in. So then what will happen is that anger will come in very quickly, but they won't recognize that it's coming in. So their reaction will be much stronger and much more volatile because they haven't actually triggered that their anger is coming in. Another way that this shows up really well is actually identifying when they're hungry as well, or when they're tired. Particularly with little kids, this is a really, really good tip. So if you know that your child is neurodiverse and on the autism spectrum, and mind you might think that this applies to all kids, but it's particularly so with people that are neurodiverse or on the autism spectrum, and this is because they even recognize it less. So it will also happen with older kids as well and adults, that if they're hungry or they're tired, they will lose their ability to be able to function, but also lose their ability to be able to control their emotions. So they might be really inflexible, and inflexibility is already a part of autism, as we know, because of that real black and white and literal thinking. But then if they're hungry or tired on top of that, it will make it worse. And you'll often find if you just say, hey, just stop, have something to eat, and regroup, that will help a lot. And if they regroup, they will then start to feel better. There are other more extreme examples too that happen, when siblings are fighting. Sometimes they might not realize that rise in temper, that rise of anger that comes up really, really quickly, and that will result in them hurting their sibling. And then what happens is they hurt their sibling, and then afterwards they go through this whole thing of retribution where they say they hate themselves, destroys their self-esteem. Some of them will hurt themselves, things like that. So this is really something that's really, really important to look into and to remember and to know about. It's good to know that if your child has it, because if you know that your child has it, your child, your teenager, your adult son, your adult daughter, your sibling, your husband, your wife, if you know that they have it, then you can really help them and support them so that you can help them start to gain that recognition into their emotions. It can be done with the right work and the right support and really loving support. It can be achieved, but the first step is having this awareness that they actually have Alexthymia. So I just want to pop on today and share this with you. Again, as I was saying, if you've watched this live after I've put it up, please put hashtag replay in it. Again, I'm Patricia Falchetta from Social Living Solutions. I also have a special offer that I am offering at the moment, which is really, really good value. And that is that you can jump on a Zoom session with me. You can book in a Zoom session and I will help you with a particular issue that you are experiencing. So whether it's an issue you yourself are experiencing, if you're neurodiverse, whether you are a child or an adult, or whether it is an issue you're experiencing in your family with your children or your family dynamics, it is 45 minutes of my time for $45, and that is really, really, really good value, really excellent value. If you're watching this on my personal page, the link to jump on and book in for that call or that Zoom session will be below in the comments. If you're watching this on my business page, the link to book in will be up the top in the Book Now button. So they're the two ways that you can get in contact with me as well obviously as through Facebook or PMing me or on my website. So have a great afternoon, everyone, and have a great day and enjoy your evening. Bye.